Well, greetings, everybody. My name is Joan Graham, and I'm coming to you from Australia today, early morning here. And I've got this amazing woman that's coming on, an absolute legend in her own right. She is a scientist, and she's also a clairvoyant. So that makes a very interesting mix for everybody. Now, Nina and I are going to have a little chat today about what's motivated her into creating an online business, in creating time and money freedom so that she can do what she chooses. And she's a single lady, so she can make those choices for herself. So I would like to introduce you to Nini, and we will go from there. So thank you. Welcome, Nini.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to meet another leader and woman of just integrity and dignity who's helping people along the journey. So it's my pleasure to meet you as well. Thank you so much for inviting me. And yeah, so I would just love to share a little bit about my own journey very quickly.
Okay, that's fine. Yep.
Yeah, is that I was born with these clairvoyant abilities. And as I grew up, basically, I was told I was crazy, that I got myself into a ton of trouble going to school. And I'm sure people out there who probably are a little bit different can relate to I got myself in trouble for being who I am in school or in work or whatever. And then the other crazy thing was I was very, very into like math and science. So I have this very spiritual side to myself, and then I have this very scientific side. And as I got older, I was taught that these things don't mix. But in my mind, it always seemed to work. It was like quantum mechanics talks about, the Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. You can't know its location and its speed at the same time. And it's like, okay, that's true. But then you have the superposition, like where things are, where they're going, and the collapse into reality, into actuality. I shouldn't say reality, but actuality as a physical entity. It just made sense to me. And everyone said, no, that's crazy. And at that point, I had never even heard of quantum theory or energy healing or anything. I just was going off the fly with a lot of this stuff. I was just a kid. But as I got older, when it came to making choices, like after high school, as far as getting a career, I wasn't going down the traditional road. I wasn't doing the traditional things. I wanted to do something in the art, music, athletic, creative, healing. I didn't know because I'd never heard of anything, but just something along those lines. And it was like, okay, get out of Neverland. That doesn't exist. And then I started to dabble with the online space, and people were saying to me, that's impossible. Like, you need to get yourself into an office, sit yourself in corporate, get a 401k, get a solid plan, and get yourself together. And I was like, but that doesn't feel good. It doesn't give me the opportunity to, be invested in my health, because that would get rid of another core value. If I sat there in traffic for a 3-hour commute twice a day, I couldn't go to the gym. I couldn't spend time cooking and eating healthy and playing my Audible book, which was my self-education. I'd be stuck living a role that isn't mine. So I said, there has to be something different. And, I ran into all kinds of just controversy and people screaming at me and threatening me. And basically I was living the proof of, other people's triggers. They were projecting them onto me. And I even said that. I called that out when I was very young. I said, hey, listen, you can't get mad at me because I'm not the person you are defining me as. I'm being me. And oh my God, it was just, but I was very relentless. I wasn't quitting. And it was very challenging, but something in me knew that there had to be something more. And, for a while I adopted the mindset of money is evil and I don't want money. I'm just going to do good and be good, and God will take care of me. God, source, the universe, whatever you call it, will provide for me. And I can just forget about money. Who cares? And deep down in my soul, I knew that was false, but it was the only thing I could do to shut everyone else up, because they were like, okay, fine, be a pauper. Just don't come begging to us. So I said, fine, leave me alone. So I did my own thing. And, I still ran into trouble because, I was eating healthy in a community that wasn't eating healthy. And it meant, when I would bring my food with me, I had to hide it in someone else's fridge. It was just, it was really tough.
Yep.
So,
okay.
yeah.
So how did you find the opportunity that you now have? How were you approached with that? Or was that something that you stumbled on, or somebody went out of their way to show you? How did it happen?
So it was definitely synchronicities of divine, because
Yes.
I had I had just finished, even when I graduated out of school, like out of university, I always did something for education, whether it was reading or Audible book or coaching courses. So I had done all this, I had read a lot of books. And then I went on to, school for like different energy healing modalities and different coaches. And I just finished mastery for coaches and healers in March of 2020, right before
Yes.
COVID.
Yep.
And I said to my platform, I wonder what God, source, the universe has in store for me.
Yep.
And then a couple days later, I stumbled upon this post from a beautiful lady in our community. Her name is Lee Walker. I was sort of kind of friends with her on Facebook. I'd seen her, and she put a post that said, if you want to have time, money, and and lifestyle freedom, drop your favorite emoji. So I figured, yeah, what the heck? So I put a smiley face, and she messaged me and she says, yeah, we have this masterclass all about these core values: money mindset, time freedom, and how to just be yourself and get paid for it. So I have to admit, I'm a natural cynic. Even though I'm super positive, I have this cynical nature. So I'm like, wait a second, this is a trick. I said,
Yep.
what's the catch? What's the scam? And she goes, no, there's no scam, sweetheart. It's just a master class. You don't have to ever look at it again if you don't want to. And I
Yep.
noticed every question I asked, every dart I tried to throw, all she did was say, no problem. It's okay. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. She didn't push me. And
Yep.
that's what made me say, okay, she didn't push.
Okay. Okay.
I went. And I also saw she was, there was a lot, like, there were replays available because, again, she is in Australia. She's 15 hours ahead of me.
Yes.
So I was able to watch the replays. Everything was very flexible. She was very in communication. If I had a question, she was right there to help me. And when I saw, this is the crazy thing, when I saw the high ticket product that they speak about, I had been introduced to this product in 2014. My friend, who knew that I was an athlete and a scientist, said that I should be drinking, I should be utilizing this product, which was a water ionizer. And I didn't know it was a business. I figured, okay, he went to his store, online store, and bought it, like whatever. So I said to myself, I'm going to buy one of these when the time is right. So when I realized that this water ionizer was the product they accompanied with, I said, oh my God, that's I'm in. I'm in.
Fantastic.
So
yep.
it was awesome. And then here's the crazy part is that literally I submitted my paperwork, and the next day the world shut down from COVID. I said, oh my God.
Yep. Yep. I relate to that day. So that is amazing. So that all come from listening to the masterclass. So you got that inspiration, but I guess it's the synchronicity of everything working together. And I just believe that the right things come to the right people at the right time.
Yes, I agree. That's 3 rights. That's 3 squared. That's a perfect square. We're doing good here. Yeah.
That's really good. So
A perfect soup, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. So if somebody was looking at time freedom, money freedom, abundance in their life, what would you say to them? Say if they're sitting on the fence and thinking, I really should do something, or I need to investigate. What words would you give them to maybe help them make a decision to look at something?
So I speak to the people, because I have been asked, because people always spam me. They'll say, oh, don't you want to send 100 cold, like, direct messages to people or direct emails to people and ask? I say, no. I post in a lot of Facebook groups. That's where I'm, and some of these Facebook groups have thousands.
Yep. Yes. You've just dropped out. Okay. Nini is there somewhere. She's posting in Facebook groups, which is a great way to get the message out to people, to reach the right people, to find your tribe. So I'm just waiting for her to come back on. She's obviously, her internet is playing up. So And we do have masterclasses, we do have webinars that people can tap into, and you can find out how to create this online income if you want the time freedom, the money freedom, and the abundance.
Right. So what I do is those people who are in lack and scarcity, I often will sit there and say, hey, listen, you know something, these are the results that are possible. If you say yes to this, I can't promise you you're going to get these results because I'm not you and you're not me. But I can tell you what's possible because I can tell you my story. And the people who are actually desiring it, they will say yes. The people who are stuck in the lack and scarcity will sit there and say, they'll create excuses and not reasons. And those are the people that I don't chase, because this is not a chasing game. This is an attraction game. It's called attraction marketing. We allow the people to come to us, because otherwise I'm just being a pushy salesperson, and that's not what sales is about. So it's just giving people the invitation and allowing them to see what's possible, and then giving them the invite. Would you like to, for you know, a very small amount, you can actually have access to this platform for a very, very, very small price. We're giving a special promotion of only $22 for a 14-day trial. And the amount of value that you receive is thousands upon thousands of dollars of mentorship and guidance and community. So it's like, you know, it's worth it. You know, it's your call. If that's where you're at, then I invite you to take my hand. If that's not where you're at, hey, that's super cool. I'm not here to push you or convince you.
No, we're not in the convincing game, are we? That is amazing. So people, look out for the posts that we will put up on our socials, because we utilize our socials in promoting this. So if you would like any more information, if you can pop your favorite emoji in the comments below, and either Nini or I will get back to you, and we will go from there. So Nini, thank you so much. You did drop out for a little bit, but I did ad lib, so that's all fine. People will get the message, and it's been fantastic talking to you, and I will catch up with you soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And yeah, just for the records, I have this really bad habit of short circuiting technology. So thanks for the ad lib. Love you so much.
It's my pleasure. I'm really good at doing that. So that's one of my genius that I work in. So thank you for sharing your genius, and have an amazing day. And we will see everybody soon. Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.